Hello everyone. Welcome to the form filling guidelines video of JIPMAT 2025. Now JIPMAT is the test conducted by NTA for admission into the integrated program in management offered by IIM Bodh Gaya and IIM Jammu. Now let's quickly go through the details that one needs to know about how to fill the form for JIPMAT 2025. Now, before we begin the registration process, let's understand what are the details and documents that we need to keep handy so that the registration and application process can be completed smoothly. Number one, you need to have a scanned passport size photograph either in JPG or JPEG format. As mentioned on the screen, the size of the file should be at max 200 KB. And also, as per the guidelines provided in the bulletin, the passport size photograph should be with a plain or a white background without a mask or spectacles or goggles. Kindly go through the admission bulletin to know how exactly the passport size photo should look like before you scan and upload the same. Now, signed copy or a signature copy. So take a white paper, make your signature, take a picture of it and save either in JPG or JPEG format and ensure that the size of it is again a maximum of 200K. Now, three other documents that you need to keep handy. One is your 10th class mark sheet. Two, in case you have already completed your 12th standard, then the 12th class mark sheet. And in case you belong to a specific category based on caste or PWD, then the respective document certifying the same should also be kept handy. Now, once we have all these details in hand, let's get started with the registration process. Now, once you go to the JIPMAT website on NTA, now you will find a link on the left side on the home page that says click here to register or login. Now, once you click on that, another page opens where on the left side bottom, you will see an option for new candidates register here. So when you are starting the application for the first time, you need to click on that link. And once you click on that link, it gives you an option to download the information bulletin along with certain guidelines. Now, I strongly suggest that you download the information bulletin, go through all the details clearly, and read through the instructions thoroughly before you start the application. Now, few points that we need to keep in mind before you start the registration is one, you need to have a functional mobile number and email ID that you can provide in the application. I'll kindly ensure that both the mobile number and email ID that you are providing will remain active throughout the admission process till you secure an admission. More often than normal, I have seen students who face this problem that they have given an email ID, but they come back and say they're unable to receive emails because the inbox is full or they have forgot the password or there is some other technical issue. So kindly ensure that there is a proper email ID or rather a separate email ID that you create and use exclusively for the purpose of college applications or exam applications. Two, if you have multiple mobile numbers, see to that the number you provide in the application remains active throughout so that you wouldn't miss on any important communication that is sent. Now, once you go through the instructions, you'll also see the application fees category wise. Now, depending on the category you belong to, kindly keep the required amount ready. Anyway, the payment is to be done in online form via credit card or debit card or net banking or UPI. But see to that you have the required details for the payment handy. And once you go through all these details, you will notice that once you enter certain details like your name, date of birth, category, etc., you can't change them once the application form is submitted. Though there is a correction window that opens for 3 days after the application deadline is completed, you will not be able to change any of the primary details like your name, date of birth, email ID, mobile number, category, etc., as mentioned in the guidelines here. So please ensure that you read all these guidelines and instructions without fail so that you'll be able to fill up the form without any mistakes. Now, once you go through all the instructions, there is an option at the end where you will have to select the box that says that you have downloaded the information bulletin and you have gone through all the guidelines. Once you tick mark it and then click here to proceed, it will take you to the next page. Now, on the next page is where you will have to choose a login option to start the registration process. As you can see, there are different choices, like you can create an application using your Aadhaar number or DigiLocker account or PAN card or passport and various other options. It is mentioned in the guidelines that if you create an application with any option except Aadhaar, if it is a non-Aadhaar option you are choosing, then you have to reach the examination center at least 1 hour before, so that there is certain verification process completed there as per the identity proof you have chosen to make the application. Hence, I strongly suggest as much as possible, you choose the option of Aadhaar based registration. In case if there are any issues for your Aadhaar and you want to choose other choices, you can very well. There is also an option to create an account or to register for the exam using your passport as well. Now, once you choose any of these options, let's say, for example, you have chosen Aadhaar based registration, then you'll be asked to enter your Aadhaar number and enter the OTP that is received on the registered mobile number. Now, ensure that you have the mobile number and email ID handy, because throughout the application process, there are many OTPs that you will have to keep entering at regular intervals that you will receive either on your mobile or on the email ID. Now, once the Aadhaar number is submitted and the OTP is validated, the system automatically displays your Aadhaar number, name, date of birth, and gender. Post which you will have to enter the personal details. Now, kindly ensure the name of the candidate is exactly the same as how it appears in the 10th class mark sheet. Now, I have seen a few students who have a difference in how the name is mentioned in the 10th class mark sheet and Aadhaar card. For such cases, I strongly suggest you reach out to the helpline, get a clarification of which particular format to follow. So circling back, so kindly enter the name of the candidate as well as the father or guardian's name, mother or guardian's name, exactly how they look or how they are entered in the 10th class mark sheet. The date of birth also should match as to what is mentioned in the 10th class mark sheet. Enter the email ID that you want to use for communication with respect to this exam. You will have to enter that again to confirm the same. Gender, identity type. Now here you will have to choose which identity proof you want to be considered. The same needs to be carried to the examination hall also. So kindly ensure that you choose an option that you have the document and it is valid also. Now, once you enter the identification number of the proof that you have chosen, then you need to update or enter the address details. So you need to enter the present address and permanent address. Now, once you enter the present address, kindly note that it wouldn't accept any special characters. So, for example, if you want to enter a door number as 74-2-3, it wouldn't accept the special character. So, wherever you need to put in a special character, you use a space to determine that there is a gap in between. Now, once you enter all the details, you give the mobile number and confirm the mobile number. There is also an option to enter an alternate mobile number, though it's not a mandatory field. we strongly advise you enter an alternate mobile number as well. Now, once you fill in the details of your present address, then you can simply select an option that says this address is same for the permanent address as well. As you can see on the screen, below the permanent address header, there is a box that allows you to select an option same as present address. So if both are same, you can simply tick mark, and whatever details you have added for the uh, present address gets copied onto the permanent address as well. But if it is different, then you can simply enter the permanent address also, post which you will have to choose a password of your choice. Now, here I see usually students who are using either Chrome or MacBook or some other devices obviously rely on the password creator option, where the system or the browser by default creates a password. But it might be a bit troublesome, because in case for any reasons you want to log in any other device, then remembering that password or keeping a track of that password might be a bit tricky. So I advise you create a password of your own, something that you remember or something that you have a proper logic for. And also, in case if you forget your password or you want to change your password in future, it is necessary that you have the secret question or the security question and the respective answer for that. Now, in the security question, there are two questions that you can choose from: the name of your first school, as well as the place of birth. Now, once you choose those and give the security answer, enter the captcha or enter the pin code and click on submit. Then it will give you a preview of all the details you have filled. Now, throughout the application, it allows you to, or it keeps on highlighting the fact that you need to check the details thoroughly before you submit. So, at every point of such highlight, ensure that you verify the details before you confirm. For example, as you see on the screen, once you enter your personal details, address, and other details, it's a pop-up comes up, which is a form preview, where it will ask you to verify all the details. And once you verify, you'll have to tick mark each of these boxes and select the I agree box at the bottom and click on submit and send OTP. Now, once you enter the OTP that you have received and the security pin and verify, that's when the registration process is complete and an account on your name is generated. So the application number is sent to you via email. Now, once you receive an email as displayed on the screen, which has the application number, then you can go back to the same page where we have started. You also have the link for the same in the email that you have received. Now, once you go to this page, as you see on the right side, you will have an option to enter the application number received on your email and the password that you have set yourself while doing the registration. Now, upon entering the security PIN and click on login, that's where the actual application will begin. Now, as you see on the left panel, there are different parts to your application, like contact details, personal details, exam center details, etc. Let's go through each and one of these and understand what is the information that needs to be filled in. Now, though the screen is showing blank, in actual, when you complete your registration and log into your application, whatever personal details, address, and all other information you have entered as a part of registration process will be auto-populated in this application. So, for example, your name, date of birth, gender, your parents' names will already be populated. So, it will take from the registration process that you have completed. You need to enter the remaining information: nationality, along with which state, district you belong to, identity type, identification number. Identity type, like we discussed earlier, you need to select the identity proof that you want to be considered. And once again, please do remember, select the identity proof that you have a hard copy of, which is valid, active, because you need to take the same to the examination hall. Now, you need to select the category based on caste, whether you come under general, unreserved, or EWS, or NCOBC, or SC, or ST. Now, if you have any doubts with respect to these categories, please refer to the information bulletin without fail. Now, you need to confirm the category as well to ensure that there is no mistake. After which, you are asked to select whether you come under the PWD category or not. Now, if you do come under the PWD category, then you will have to subsequently choose which of the subcategories under PWD you belong to. And kindly note, if you are from a reserved category or a PWD category, you will have to upload a document certifying the same. So kindly keep the document handy. Now, after which you will have to choose whether you are diabetic or not. And they also ask you to choose a mode of preparation, whether you are doing a self-prep or whether you have gone to coaching, and where do you stay, etc. Now, once you enter the security PIN, click on Save and Next. This particular page gets saved and takes you to the second stage. Once the registration process is complete and the application number is generated, then for any reasons, if you have to stop the application midway, nothing to worry. You can always come back and continue from where you have left off. Now, the second part of the application is where you will have to choose the exam center details. Now, here you will be asked to select 4 choices of exam state and exam city. Now, I know all of us will tend to choose the first choice as the same city that we are at or the closest one. But kindly ensure that you put in a good amount of thought before choosing the second, third, fourth options also. Because it has happened every year that some students were allotted the test center, which is either their second choice or third or fourth. So please do not choose anything at random. Kindly think, identify the best possible places for you to attempt the test, and then only select the respective states and cities in that order. Now, once you choose the 4 options, then you will have to enter certain details of your parents, like their educational background, what is it they are doing currently, their parental income, and enter the security PIN. Click on Save and Next. Now, this saves the application page till the exam center details. Now, the next part is qualification details, where you will have to enter the information of your 10th and 12th. Now, when you look at the 10th class details, 1, whether you have passed or not, which year you have passed the 10th class, qualifying exam, the place of schooling, type of school, college, qualifying examination state, state board name, etc. And then you'll also have to enter the result mode. The result mode as in, you'll have to choose whether the results for 10th class that you have are in terms of percentage or CGPA. So if it is given in percentage, then you select percentage. Subsequently, it will ask you to enter the total marks that you have scored and the maximum marks. If you select grades, it would ask you the respective details of maximum grades and the grades that you have scored. Now, when you enter in terms of percentage, suppose if you have appeared for a total of 500 marks and you have got 400 marks, the moment you enter 500 and 400, the percentage is calculated automatically. You don't have to calculate it. Now, then you will have to enter certain details of your 10th class exams, like the roll number that you have on your mark sheet, the school in which you have studied its address, as well as the PIN code. Now, similar information needs to be entered for 12th class as well. However, for 12th class, there will be 2 options. Now, as you can see, past year or appearing. where you will have an option to mention whether you are currently appearing for the exams in 2025 or you have already completed or passed your 12th class. According to the option you choose, you will be asked to enter the requisite details, which are very similar to what were asked for the 10th class. Now, once you enter all the required details of 10th and 12th class, and of course, enter the CAPTCHA at the end of it, click on Save and Continue or Save and Next. That's when we move to the next part. That's a document upload. Now here, as I mentioned at the start of the video, you will have to upload a scanned passport size photograph as well as a scanned self-signature. And if you belong to either a reserved category or a PWD category, you will see an option here to upload the respective document in a PDF format. So whatever documents you have kept in handy, you can upload them. And once you upload, verify and submit, then the application details are all filled and the final verification will happen before it takes you to the payment page. So as you see, there is an option that says, please verify your mobile number. Now, once you click on that, it will generate an OTP. You enter the OTP, then it will give you a final review of the application form before submitting all the details that you have entered. So you can go through the entire application right from the start and check the details that you have filled in, like your personal details, contact details, examination center details, qualification details, and the documents that you have uploaded. Once again, it will give you a pop-up asking if these are all the important details that you can't change once the application is submitted. Please verify them once again and select the respective box confirming the fact that you had verified the details. Now, once you verify, tick mark all these boxes and click on Final Submit. That's when the application is submitted. Once the application is submitted, then the last part of it is the payment. Now, depending on the category you belong to, it will display the fees that you need to pay. And there are different gateway options, as you can see. Now, depending on the option that you select, it will give you various choices like credit card or debit card or net banking or UPI. Now, once you enter the respective details, click on Make Payment and complete the payment process. That's when the entire application process is complete. Kindly note, you do not have to send any documents via courier or post or WhatsApp to LTA. Once you complete the payment and get a confirmation of the sale on the website as well as email, that itself indicates the process to be completed. However, as explained in the information bulletin, once the payment is complete and you have a confirmation page displayed, save that, take at least 3 to 4 printouts of the document and keep it handy because you never know when you might need that as a proof of your application submission. So I hope this video has helped you to understand all the details and the process to apply for JIPMAT 2025. All the best and see you in my next video.